nature's liquid gold, a substance so sweet and pure, yet its journey from flower to jar is a marvel of biological engineering and tireless collective effort that defines the natural world. The story begins in the vibrant heart of a meadow at sunrise. Here, thousands of wildflowers bloom, offering their nectar as a reward for those who help them propagate and thrive. Entering the scene is our protagonist, the honeybee. Driven by instinct and a singular purpose, she lands with precision, ready to begin the arduous task of gathering the raw ingredients. With her specialized proboscis, she drinks deeply from the heart of the bloom. This sweet nectar is stored in a dedicated honey stomach, separate from her primary digestive system. She is not alone. Across the field, thousands of her sisters move in a synchronized dance, visiting hundreds of flowers in a single trip to ensure the hive's survival and prosperity. As she works, her pollen basket's specialized hairs on her legs fill with bright yellow grains. This accidental transport of pollen is the cornerstone of our planet's diverse and healthy ecosystems. Heavy with nectar and pollen, she begins her return flight. Navigating by the sun, she heads toward the wooden hive, a fortress of industry nestled quietly in a garden. At the entrance, she is greeted by house bees. The transfer of nectar begins immediately, a process known as trophallaxis, where the harvest is passed from one mouth to another. This chain of transfer is critical. Each bee adds vital enzymes to the nectar, initiating a complex chemical transformation that will eventually turn thin plant water into thick medicinal honey. Deep within the hive's microscopic world, enzymes like invertis break down complex sugars into simpler ones. This chemical mastery prevents spoilage and creates the unique profile of honey. The modified nectar is then carefully deposited into hexagonal wax cells. These geometric wonders are designed for maximum storage efficiency and structural integrity, built entirely by the bees themselves. However, the nectar is still too watery. To thicken it, the bees become living fans. They beat their wings at incredible speeds to circulate air and evaporate excess moisture. As the hours pass, the nectar ripens through this constant airflow and the controlled heat of the hive. The liquid reaches the perfect consistency, viscous, concentrated, and rich in nutrients. The collective heat generated by thousands of vibrating bodies keeps the hive at a steady temperature. This thermal energy is essential for the ripening process and the hive's overall health. Once the honey is ready, it must be preserved. Special worker bees begin to secrete fresh flakes of white wax from their abdomen, preparing to seal the finished product. They carefully cap each cell with a thin layer of wax. This airtight seal prevents moisture from being reabsorbed, allowing the honey to be stored indefinitely without ever spoiling. A completed frame is a masterpiece of biology and labor. Thousands of miles flown and millions of flowers visited, all contained within these shimmering golden hexagonal walls. The hive is a model of perfect cooperation. Every individual contributes to the whole, ensuring that even in the leanest times, the colony has the energy it needs to survive. When the harvest time arrives, we see the true bounty of their work. A single frame represents the collective life's work of a generation of bees, gifted to the world. As the sun sets on another day of labor, the cycle continues. The honeybee remains a vital link in the chain of life, turning nectar into the golden essence of nature.